everyone. Welcome to Live Interactive English, and I am Karen.
And I'm Mike, and today is part 2 of our article, Golf, but not as you know it. So
That's
we're
right.
not talking about traditional golf, not the Tiger Woods style of golf that everyone knows, and is, of course, a very popular sport all around the world. But no, we were talking about disc golf, which is a golf that you can play with a flying disc, also known as a frisbee. So not a lot of expensive equipment or no expensive equipment is required, but you still need a good aim, a steady hand, and a talent for not getting angry when you miss things.
But I think it sounds quite interesting, and it doesn't sound that hard and difficult to play, right?
Absolutely. Sounds a lot more fun than golf, because golf can be expensive and stressful.
That's right. So I'm not actually really interested in the traditional type of golf. But
yeah, you said you'd never played before.
Never.
Right?
But how about mini golf?
Ooh, I like mini golf.
Have you played mini golf before?
Oh yeah, I've played probably twice as much as I've played traditional golf.
But did you play in Taiwan?
I don't think I've played here. I've played in Canada. It was kind of a summer tradition. No matter where you go, you can find a mini golf course, and it's fun, it's relaxing. You don't take it too seriously. You've tried that before.
I have tried that before, and I think that's a lot more interesting.
Absolutely. Now, we also learned that disc golf was originally invented in Canada. I don't know if they invented this other type of golf that I'm thinking of in Canada, but ice golf. They do play that in the winter in Canada.
You mean like hockey?
Well, yeah, but you go out in a big snowy field.
Okay.
You dig holes. I think they actually sometimes play it at the North Pole or at the South Pole. And instead of playing it on grass, you play it on ice. So, of course, the ball bounces in all sorts of crazy directions.
But is it a ball or is it like a puck, like in hockey?
It's a ball. You're trying to hit the ball with a club. But of course, you're trying to do it in the cold on ice, and it doesn't sort of run as smoothly as it does on grass.
That sounds very, very difficult. And you gotta be in your ice skates?
No, you're in your snow boots.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one.
Okay, that sounds very, very challenging.
Probably not quite as interesting, though, as moon golf. Remember, there was one astronaut who played golf on the moon. So that would definitely be golf, but not as you know it. But I think he used traditional golf equipment. He didn't use a flying disc. That would have been interesting.
That's true.
Flying disc on the moon. It could
Would
have
it
gone
fly?
for miles.
Exactly.
Things to think about. But let's get back to disc golf. It's a sport that you guys might not have heard of, but once you do, you might be very interested in it. So we're going to tell you more about it right now.
If you are interested in playing disc golf, you need to become familiar with the 3 main types of flying discs that are used in the sport. Drivers have a sharp, heavy outer edge and are designed to fly far and fast, so they're good for long-distance shots. Mid-range discs have a duller edge and give the player more control, but they can't be thrown as far as drivers. Putters, which fly straight and slowly, are used for controlled shots near the target. As for the target itself, any straight standing object, such as a tree or post, will do. But for official games, a special basket is typically used. This basket has chains that hang above it to stop the disc mid-flight.
All right, golf, but not as you know it. Disc golf, in other words, that we're learning about. So let's read on and find out more about exactly how you play this.
All right. So if you are interested in playing disc golf, you need to become familiar with the 3 main types of flying discs that are used in the sport. Oh, wow. So it's not just one kind of the flying disc. There are actually 3 main types, right?
Yeah, I had no idea.
And then if you become familiar with the 3 types of discs, then you probably will be better at playing disc golf. To become familiar with something, that is an adjective. So that means that you know it quite well, right? So for example, are you familiar with this type of music? That means you listen to this type of music a lot, very often. Are you familiar with it?
That's right. Doesn't mean you're the biggest fan or you're an expert. It just means you've had experience with it before it's not totally new or surprising to you. All right, so let's become familiar with some of the rules and some of the discs that people will use while playing this sport. It says drivers have a sharp, heavy outer edge and are designed to fly far and fast. So they're good for long distance shots. Ah, interesting. So this is also sort of copying something from traditional golf.
The driver club.
That's right. A lot of you might know that those clubs that the golfers carry in a bag, they have different sizes and shapes for different jobs. Some are for shooting the ball really far, some are for digging it out of the sand if it goes in there, and some are for tapping it into the hole when you're really, really close. So in the same way, disc golf has kind of copied that. You probably won't need, 10 or 11 discs, but 2 or 3 for different parts or different stages of the game. Outer, we talked about a heavy outer ring on a certain disc that helps it travel farther. Outer just means on the outside, all right? Inner is on the inside, outer is on the outside. So the skin, your skin is the outer part of your body, you could say. All right, your stomach or your heart, those are the inner part of your body. The outer part means the one that is on the outside or on the surface. For example, the outer skin of a potato is brown or red or yellow.
That's right. But inside, and they come in different colors too.
And they do come in different colors. But inside, you're right, they're kind of a pale yellow generally. The outer part, the skin, can be different colors.
Okay, well, let's learn more about different types of discs.
So the drivers go really far, as if you're shooting the ball for the first time. Okay.
And second one, mid-range discs have a duller edge and give the player more control. So duller edge means like not as sharp. When you're thinking about something very sharp, a duller edge means not as sharp. And give the player more control, but they can't be thrown as far as drivers.
Okay, so these would be like your irons in golf, the ones that hit the ball at a higher angle, a shorter distance, because you're getting closer and closer to the hole. And then what happens when you're really close?
Well, putters. Putters, which fly straight and slowly, are used for controlled shots near the target. And that's the same as the traditional type of golf, right?
Exactly.
Because when you are so close to the hole, and the club that you use would be called the putter,
That's right.
You kind of just hit it very lightly and let the ball roll into the hole.
That's right. In fact, that's the verb. You putt the ball in the hole with your putter. You mentioned mini golf. If you guys have ever played mini golf on holiday, the one club they give you there is only a putter because it's all about putting in mini golf. As for the target itself, that's right. Remember the hole in golf is small. It's almost the size of a drinking cup or something. And clearly you can't get a flying disc into there. So what is the target? What are you shooting at? As for the target itself, any straight standing object, such as a tree or post, will do. So that's kind of cool. You don't need special equipment. You don't even need to do it in a special place. You can just do it anywhere in a park. If there's a tree over there, that's your target. You can pick it, whatever works for you.
You don't need to buy anything, right?
That's right. But if you're doing it at a more higher level, or as it says, but for official games, a special basket is typically used. I remember seeing one of these in a park and being confused about what it was. And then someone told me and I went, okay. Because as soon as you see it and know what it's for, it makes sense. This basket has chains that hang above it to stop the disc mid-flight. So you can kind of shoot the disc into it. It won't bounce off the chains. It'll kind of get caught and then fall straight down. It's in the hole. Congratulations, you've finished that hole.
That's right.
Very, very interesting and something to look out for when you're maybe at a park near you. All right, we'll take a break and then we'll be back to wrap things up.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Chiayi。我们在第一天的课程有简单介绍飞盘高尔夫的玩法。那如果你有感兴趣，那就需要熟悉这一项运动当中所使用的3种主要的飞盘类型。第一种是直远盘 drivers， 它具有那种锋利又厚重的外缘，那是为了可以飞得远而且飞得快而设计，适合长距离的投掷。那么第二种就是推进盘 mid-range discs， 它的边缘比较钝，那让玩家 家可以更好的控制，可是没有办法像前面讲那种直远盘一样可以投那么远。那第3种则是敲杆盘。Putters， 它的飞行是比较直线而且缓慢的，就像我们高尔夫球最后你要推进洞的时候，也会需要用到 Putters 这种推杆，那它就适合用在目标比较近的时候，然后用来控制你的投掷。那至于我们说要投掷的这个目标呢，其实只要是任何直立的物体，像树木啊或是柱子都可以，只是在正式比赛当中，通常会使用特殊的篮子，那篮子上方会挂链条，用来阻挡飞行中的飞盘。来看单字 familiar 它是形容熟悉的，我们就可以用 be familiar 或是 become familiar with 去表达熟悉通晓什么什么。那么 outer 它是形容外部的、外面的、外缘的或是远离中心的，它的相反词是 inner inner 那就是形容内部的、里面的。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是 if 引导条件句，可以用来陈述事实或普遍法则。那么主要子句是用现在式去表达哦。我们看2个例句。If you want to improve your English, you need to practice as much as you can. 如果你想要让英文进步，你得尽可能多练习。If I drink coffee after dinner, I have trouble sleeping. 如果我在晚餐后喝咖啡，就会难以入睡。所以我们看到这边都是用现在简单式表达。那接下来课文中。
Compared to other sports, the simple rules and simple equipment of disc golf make it accessible to pretty much anyone of any age or skill level. It appeals equally to people who play for fun and people who play seriously. Indeed, disc golf is a great way to enjoy the outdoors and engage in some healthy competition.
All right, we are back. So let's find out more about disc golf and why it might actually be the best golf for you or for just normal people who don't want to spend the money and go through the trouble of playing traditional golf.
All right, well, let's start learning. Compared to other sports, the simple rules and simple equipment of disc golf make it accessible to pretty much anyone of any age or skill level. And that is right. It doesn't cost a lot, and it's very easy to find a place in the park or somewhere in the forest where you can play this game, right?
And I think even for young kids, they could play it. But of course, for most young kids, traditional golf could be quite difficult.
Exactly. And it appeals equally to people who play for fun and people who play seriously.
Very true, yeah. I think golf courses can be quite expensive to find. Of course, the equipment can be another problem for some people. So you can see why this has a lot of appeal for lots of normal folks, or it appeals to many types of people. When something appeals to you, it basically attracts you. It's something you like. It's something you might be interested in. If it might not be the thing that you love the most in the world, but it's certainly something that you're interested in trying or like to do or something like that. The idea of studying fashion in Paris strongly appeals to Alex. So it's not his lifelong dream, but if someone suggests it, he goes, yeah, that might be fun, or that might be interesting. It definitely appeals to him. Back to the article. Indeed, disc golf is a great way to enjoy the outdoors and engage in some healthy competition, just like traditional golf, but without some of the problems or some of the expenses that traditional golf has.
Exactly. Something that everyone can afford, I would say, right? So it's great to enjoy the outdoors, and outdoors is a noun. So basically it just means outside in the open air. So for example, if you love the outdoors, you should go hiking with me. So some people do enjoy outdoors, right? And then they would love to go hiking or go to the beach or go do different things, you know, in the outdoors.
There you go. Yeah, it's just another saying, out in nature. That's about it. And to engage in something is basically to do something. All right, you can engage with a person by talking to them, but generally we would use this to talk about engaging in activities. On the weekend, a lot of people like to engage in their favorite hobbies, or maybe they engage in relaxing activities like taking a nap or watching TV at home. But basically, if you're doing something, if you're taking time in your life to follow a certain passion or to do a certain activity, you are engaging in that. For example, Rita prefers to engage in quiet reading rather than watching television.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Her personal choice. There you go. So here's our what do you think question. Are you familiar with any other kinds of golf? If so, could you explain what they are and how to play them?
Well, I only know mini golf,
Okay.
and I've only had experience with mini golf. So I think it's quite fun to play, mini golf. Like you said, we only use the putter when you're playing mini golf, and you don't have to do a lot of walking, and they have different obstacles, right? And some of them, they have, like winding, like paths and stuff. It's quite fun.
It is. It's kind of interesting game. It's almost like playing a video game in real life. You got to bounce things off things. Sometimes there's something turning. You have to get it through before your ball gets hit. It can be a lot of fun. So that might be a good way to start your golf experience. Try that out. Maybe traditional golf or maybe disc golf will be the perfect sport for you after you try out mini golf. But all of them are entertaining, fun, and can be very relaxing, as long as you don't take it too seriously.
That's right, because some people do get frustrated when they can't hit the targets.
Just get in the hole, ball. That's the thing you do. It can be very, very frustrating. All right, guys, don't be frustrated. Get out there, try some disc golf. I'm sure it'll be fun. And if not, well, you can still enjoy throwing a flying disc around. That's always fun. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here soon. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and bye-bye.
See you guys next time.
课文最后写到，相较于其他运动，飞盘高尔夫的规则简单，装备也简单，那几乎任何年龄或是任何技能程度的人都可以参加。对于那些为了好玩而玩的人，还有对于认真比赛的人，它同样都具有吸引力。它确实是一种可以享受户外运动活动，然后参与这些有益健康比赛的绝佳方式。好，单字 appeal 是动词，它表示对什么有吸引力，引起什么兴趣。那么后面会接 to somebody 来表达使某人感兴趣。那么 outdoors 它是指户外运动、野外活动，在这边当名词。那这时候常常会搭配定冠词 the 来使用。好，再来 engage 这个动词，它表示参加、参与。那么之后可以接 in 加上名词或动名词去表达从事什么什么。那老师们最后就有聊到 mini golf 迷你高尔夫球，那它是在小型场地上玩的，可能会有设障碍啊，或者是有那种弯曲的球道。Karen 老师就有提到这个 obstacle 这个名词 obstacle， 那这个名词可以指障碍、障碍物或者是阻碍的意思。那这边两个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是 compared to 或是 compared with 加名词，是表达相较于什么，与什么相比。那可以摆在句首或是子句的后面。例如 Irene is fairly short compared to her classmates， 跟同学们相比 Irene 的个子比较矮。那第二重点是 make 加受词补语，是表达使什么成为什么，变成怎么样。make 在这边是表达使成为，使变成。那受词补语可以是名词或形容词。我们看两个例句 The news made everyone happy， 那个消息让大家都很开心。The film made him an A-list superstar， 那部电影使他成为 A 咖巨星。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
If you are interested in playing disc golf, you need to become familiar with the three main types of flying discs that are used in the sport. Drivers have a sharp, heavy outer edge and are designed to fly far and fast, so they're good for long-distance shots. Mid-range discs have a duller edge and give the player more control, but they can't be thrown as far as drivers. Putters, which fly straight and slowly, are used for controlled shots near the target. As for the target itself, any straight standing object, such as a tree or post, will do. But for official games, a special basket is typically used. This basket has chains that hang above it to stop the disc mid-flight. Compared to other sports, the simple rules and simple equipment of disc golf make it accessible to pretty much anyone of any age or skill level. It appeals equally to people who play for fun and people who play seriously. Indeed, disc golf is a great way to enjoy the outdoors and engage in some healthy competition.
Hello everybody, welcome! Wow, Chiayi is the first place in Taiwan to use electric buses. Bravo! Not only are they electric buses, but they're super cool with like retro British style, and they have different colors which indicate the different lines. They're energy efficient and good for the environment. So why don't we take a look at the buses for ourselves?
Chiayi is the first city to use electric buses in Taiwan. These buses were specifically designed for Chiayi. These retro British-style electric buses come in 4 colors: red, green, yellow, and blue. Each color signifies a different bus route. The green line is the Zhongsun Main Line. The red line is the Zhongxiao Sinmin Main Line. The yellow line is the Chiayi Shuttle Tour Bus. The blue one is used as a backup vehicle. They all have Chiayi printed on their sides. Chiayi's electric buses are made in Taiwan. They are energy efficient and have low carbon emissions. All of them are equipped with a lowered floor and 3 exits. The lowered floor enables the people with physical disabilities to get on and off the bus more easily. The insides of the buses have been decorated with pictures of cute animals. Many bus stops are located throughout downtown Chiayi. Now, everyone can take a tour around Chiayi on an electric bus. Chiayi's electric buses make life unique and is a milestone in urban development.
Well, I hope that the rest of Taiwan follows the lead of Chiayi and gets electric buses. And I hope they look as cool and fun as the buses that they are using in Chiayi. The environment is always under attack from us humans, and we need to do what we can to save the environment. And going into these buses with the cute animal decorations, oh, I can't wait. Well, I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.